Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, I do have a few things that I want to say. This is just my experience with Katie and my opinion based off things that happened between me and her. Please do your own research. There will be more videos to come, but this is just going to tell the tale of what happened in the beginning. But to form your own opinion, please look into other people that have also had experiences with Katie. So I'm going to kind of start at the beginning and where everything began with me and Katie. This is a screenshot of my very first video that I uploaded to YouTube. It was uploaded April 14th, 2019. My initial plan was to do makeup reviews and Ipsy unboxings. I'd done that until things really popped off with Janelle and David Eason after he killed Nugget. Then I jumped over into reality TV videos and it really worked out well for me. Overnight, I went from 60 subscribers to like 200 or something. My views went from 100 views to 1,500 views. So I felt like that was really working for me and I just stayed in that lane. Now, fast forward a few weeks, maybe a month or so, I was contacted by a few subs that follow Colin, and they saw a post that he made on his Facebook account that was really concerning. They sent it to me, asked if I was going to cover it, which would be, the thought, because that's what happens. I went on a live later that night and asked if people thought that I should cover it. Everyone said yes. They just said handle it with care because we do know that there is an issue there. So I'd done just that. This was Katie's response.
Sandra Price, hold on. Sandra Price, that's not, okay, hold on. Sandra Price, that question is ridiculous. I'm so irritated that Leslie Bass even brought that bullshit up. It's completely irresponsible for her to report that. Colin Evans is severely mentally ill and he is not in his right mind, and anything that he says should never be used as clickbait for views on YouTube.
The video wasn't clickbait. The title wasn't clickbait. Nothing about it was clickbait. Katie is acting like she had such a problem with my video, claiming that it was clickbait. But this past December, she did not have a problem using clickbait. She would put up a video with the title, "I can't believe this," and then change it later on. That's clickbait.
And the fact that she made a video out of it is disgusting. He is not the father of Janelle's baby.
You are not the father.
MTV actually showed Janelle and Andrew have a paternity test done, you guys. I'm sure you guys probably remember that. I think Jace was like around 2 or something. They had it done. They Skyped Andrew and gave him the results and told him that he was the dad. So there was a DNA test done. Jace does belong to Andrew.
It's bullshit that she put that on YouTube, and she should be ashamed of herself for doing it. And the fact that I have to keep answering this stupid question is ridiculous.
You don't, Katie. Are you incapable of saying, "I don't care to talk about that"?
Colin Evans was never on that show. About him, and we shouldn't be looking at his freaking Facebook as the means for
Gossip.
So after Katie done that video where she berated me over the Colin video, someone sent me a link to a video that Katie actually made about Colin, where, as you can see in the captioning, she says, "Group home for a while and he's had multiple arrests." But in the comments of the video that Katie made about me, saying that she didn't agree with the video, someone actually said, "I saw the video made about her brother. I listened to it up until she mentions his prior convictions. I mean, she exposed him. There was no need to dig that deep. I agree with you completely." Katie actually says she dug up his convictions, and people are saying that I'm the butthole for calling her out. Meanwhile, Katie has also done videos about him being in a group home and his arrest. Now that, there's no denying it. That is hypocrisy at its finest.
Leslie Bass is disgusting for putting that out, and I can't believe she would even
entertain that as an option and mock him.
I absolutely did not mock Colin. The video that she is talking about, if you have not watched it yet, please go do that so you can form your own opinion. The video is going to be linked in the description box below.
He's mentally ill. Don't do that. And I'm not talking about somebody that has a mild mental illness. He cannot take care of himself.
Katie had not talked to anybody to verify the things that she's saying about Colin. He actually lives on his own in a trailer a few blocks from bar, pays his own bills, does his own grocery shopping. Here's some of his work that he has done. He sent me some photos because he was very proud of it. So he had a job back then. And he was able to live on his own.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. And so when you put that on your channel and you start talking about it like, oh, do you think this is true? Of course it's not fucking true. Shut the fuck up, Leslie.
I never said that it was true. I actually said that it wasn't. But you didn't watch the video, so you wouldn't know that, Katie.
God.
I'm sorry, you guys. My son is probably at a similar functioning level as what Colin is. And I would be irritated as fuck if somebody on YouTube made his statements like a gossip column.
He's not on the show.
He's not a public figure. Leave him the fuck alone, Leslie. I lost all respect for what I thought was a decent human being. I've never watched her before, but...
She says she never watched me before. Never. So that means she clearly did not watch the video she is complaining about. But Katie has a habit of doing this. She will go off on creators and then say, I've never even watched them before.
But thought maybe, she did a decent job because some of my subscribers liked her, but fuck no, not after that. My husband doesn't care if I swear. What? Are you serious, Elise?
Elise was a sub and supporter of KJ's at that time.
She deleted her message? No, somebody else deleted it. My husband doesn't care if I swear. Why the fuck would I care if she swears? Yeah. I'm 48 years old. I've been around the block a lot in my life. I've done and seen some things. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
Todd just said that KJ's subscribers' question was dumb. One of the dumbest he's ever seen.
How rude. Who watches my channel? Leslie watches my channel? I don't care if Leslie watches my channel. You don't exploit someone who's fucking vulnerable so you can get clickbait views. That's bullshit.
And I will absolutely stop dropping F-bombs and, get feisty.
When you start, exploiting people and, Colin is a vulnerable adult. He's a vulnerable adult. You don't go onto a vulnerable adult's web page, Facebook page.
And then, gossip about it because his sister is on Teen Mom.
That's not okay. It's not okay. I don't even want to entertain what he says because clearly he's a vulnerable adult. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, she has name dropped me? If she wants to name drop me, that's fine. But, Leslie Bass, please, do not do that. I will respect you more.
I don't know why Katie would think that I wanted or needed her respect. I didn't even really know her.
As a commentator, but don't make a vulnerable adult part of your clickbait. I was so irritated when I saw that.
Well, you know what, CB? You can get the fuck off too. Bye.
CB was also a sub of Katie's. She disagreed with her about the video. Katie cursed her, then blocked her from the chat.
She agreed then. You know what's going to get me fired up, you guys? People that exploit people that have disabilities and people that exploit people that are vulnerable.
So many people that Katie has covered that were vulnerable, and she did not mind making video after video. Huxley, for one. Disabilities, vulnerable. She'd done tons of videos about him.
Fired up. And if that makes me... Don't talk you need to talk like a lady. Don't be so patriarchal and I should be pristine and proper. Fuck you. Seriously.
So a subscriber asked if Todd cared if Katie cursed. They both laughed at this lady, and then Katie cursed her. It's not out of the ordinary for us to be asked questions. Katie was on a live stream cursing, so they asked, does your husband mind? The fact that Katie could curse this lady, once again, just shows everyone how Katie treats her subscribers.
Yeah, why don't you take bigger issue with
what Katie was actually talking about instead of the language that she was using. That's fucking asinine. Are you irritated at me for saying fucking shit and fucking shit?
To me, it looks like Katie is antagonizing the viewer that brought up her using the bad language. Kind of the same way she treated Caroline over the Eminem situation. Katie has that if you don't like it, go somewhere else attitude. She needs to remember that these people pay her bills.
But you're not irritated at the fact that somebody
literally went on to somebody who is severely mentally ill, then took screenshots of what that person said, who cannot take care of himself, who lives with his mother as an adult, and then had the audacity to make a clickbait
if you had a child that had a disability
and you knew the level of like atrocity and vulnerability that these people have, he is a vulnerable adult, and she just took that and blasted it all over YouTube, and it's disgusting. Not one person, not a single person in the entire media said a damn thing about him. Nobody in the media follows him for that exact reason, because we have integrity. You do not do that. Oh, he is very vulnerable. You guys, anyone that makes statements like that, you have to remember, like, that's not someone that's in a place. And no matter what makes my heart hurt more than anything is the fact that those words now are out there for everyone to see.
She was just being a brat and wanted to stay with her dad. Part of me thought she was just being bratty. Like, she would just go from crying to fine, and it reminded me of when my son pitches a fit. Ridiculous. People just don't want to believe that a kid would lie, or I think people don't ever want to doubt that a kid is lying. So we never want to distrust what a kid is saying, right? So you don't want to assume that the child isn't being truthful. But I think if she's not being truthful, it has nothing to do with the girl being untruthful. I think it's the dad that's made her be untruthful.
Because nobody else would ever have would ever even consider putting that out there. Because it's so far over the line, it's, like, predatory. And you know she did it for views, because she made the title of her video, "Is Janelle's brother the father of her baby?" Of course he's not. I'm proper irritated, you guys, because my son is Colin. Until you have a child that is, like, functioning at a level where their IQ is above, like, the ID level, where they would appear to be normal, but they're still not totally there. Like, those are the people that people consistently take advantage of, take out of context, and, like, humiliate. And all that video did was humiliate someone who needs support.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just beyond that pisses me off.
It pisses me off when people say to me, "How dare you let your wife talk like that?" What do you say to something like that, Todd?
I encourage it. Whoever said that probably misconstrued the fact that, I pretty much kind of picked up on what you were talking about, but from the get-go, when you address that person's question, I didn't know what you were talking about, because I don't follow this kind of stuff. And so I was looking at a bunch of texts that I had on my phone, so I had my head down like this. My head wasn't down in shame. I'm not ashamed of my wife, people. I know most of you people don't need to be told that because you have half of a brain or a whole brain, but seriously, let's step into the 2000s and let a woman vent if she wants to, and let her use whatever fucking language she wants to use. She shouldn't offend me. I don't give a shit. You should spend a day here with me on the weekend once. You want to hear some swear words?
What? Why are y'all cursing on the weekends? What's happening on the weekends? Everyone's cursing all the time. And where is the baby when everybody's using this language?
It's not a big deal, man. It's fucking language.
And I'm like the one that, like, holds back 99% of the time. Like, I rarely swear. Rarely.
Yeah, and if you want to have a morality attack, that would have never happened in front of our son. So just go away with all that bullshit.
So this is my very first encounter with Katie. Her dragging me and cursing me over a video that she admits that she did not watch because she said she never watched me. Keep in mind, I had never said anything ever rude or negative about Katie. The only time I ever mentioned her was when I would make a video that she had made a similar one, and I would say, Katie Joy has a video out about this as well. Go check her out. So this is her response. To curse someone, to curse her subscribers, even a mod, and yell at them about a video that she did not watch. So if you have not watched the video, the Colin video, it's going to be linked in the description box below. Also, my response will be linked in the description box below because it is 2 hours long. I cannot play the whole thing. Check it out so you guys can form your own opinion. I will come back with another video to tell what happened later. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bell on so you are notified of each time I upload a new video and the follow-up video to this. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please leave me a comment and tell me your opinion of this video.